everyone, I'm Elaine from Journey to Mobility. Today is the final Friday video of the Upper Body Reset Challenge. Those of you following along, I am so proud of each and every one of you for being so on top of your New Year goals. Let's continue to stretch this year and really make a difference in our bodies. This is such a great challenge for you to repeat as you need throughout the year. You can also try out the original 30-day stretching challenge if you're looking to focus on your full body. For today's stretches, we'll be focusing on our lower back, our hips, and our hamstrings. You'll need yourself a yoga mat as well as knee protectors, or you can just roll up the ends of your yoga mat as we're doing the froggy stretch. These have been such a game changer for me, so you'll definitely be seeing them more in the stretching videos moving forward. Without further ado, let's get started. We'll start this routine in a standing position, placing our hands on our hips as we rotate forward, keeping our legs as straight as we can as we press our hips outwards to draw a big circle. Continue to move your hips as you draw these circles, emphasizing each movement. Now, we'll repeat this on the other side by drawing big circles in the other direction, using our hips to help guide this movement. You should feel a nice stretch in your hips and your hamstrings, warming up your low back and legs. Next, with our legs straight, we'll extend our arms and reach towards one leg. Pressing our hip in the opposite direction to feel the stretch in our low back. We'll move back and forth. Only reaching to where you're comfortable with. To feel the stretch in our inner thighs and our low back. We'll continue to breathe, reaching from one side to the other side with our backs flat. Now, we'll widen our stance and place our hands on the ground as we shift from side to side for an alternating lateral lunge. Think about sitting back so that our knees don't go over our toes. We'll shift back and forth, warming up our legs. Next, we'll make our way into a standing position, grabbing a hold of our elbows as we fold forward. Shifting our upper body from side to side as we create space in our hamstrings. Continue to breathe, allowing our bodies to really open up. Now, we'll walk our hands towards the left side. If this is too difficult, you could hold onto your shin or grab onto yoga blocks to keep your back flat. We should feel a deep stretch in our left hamstring. As we use our exhales to fold a little bit deeper. On the next breath, we'll walk over to the other side, keeping our back as flat as possible. You may use yoga blocks as an extension of your arm to help keep your back flat. Now we'll make our way onto all fours for some cat and cows. Using our inhale to draw our chin and chest up towards the ceiling. Then tucking our tailbone in on our exhale, feeling the stretch move along our spine. We'll repeat this a few more times following our breath. For the next stretch, we'll move into a neutral back and draw big circles in one direction. Focus on the center of your stomach and drawing big circles. We'll continue the stretch in the other direction by drawing big circles to the other side. Next, we'll move into a wide-legged child's pose by bringing our knees out to the edge of our mat and reaching forward, feeling the stretch under our arms and in our hips. Breathe into this movement, allowing our body to sink into the ground. For the next stretch, we'll move onto our fingertips, deepening the stretch under our arms as we shift our armpit from side to side, feeling the stretch move. For the next stretch, we'll move into a froggy pose. You may roll up your yoga mat to help protect your knees or use these knee pads. I've got these knee pads recently and I've been using them all the time. We'll place our knees on the knee pads, making sure that our hips, knees, and ankles are aligned. We'll keep our core engaged as we rest on our forearms, feeling the stretch deep in our hips. Next, we'll gently walk our forearms to one side, keeping our core engaged as we feel the stretch shift into one hip. Continue to breathe and relax. Now, we'll walk ourselves onto the other side, resting in this position. As we keep our core engaged and our mind focused on where we're feeling the stretch. Now, we'll bring our feet together and extend our upper bodies for another variation of froggy, feeling a lovely stretch in our hips and down our arms. On our next breath, we'll make our way into a seated position. Bringing one leg over the other as we hug our knee closer towards our chest, feeling the stretch in our glutes. Continue to hug your knee closer to your body, being aware of the small changes that you're feeling in each stretch. Now we'll add a small twist by looking over our shoulder. We'll use our exhales to gently press our knee closer and twist a little bit further. Now we'll repeat this on the other side by drawing our leg across our body and gently hugging our knee inwards, feeling the stretch in our glutes. Remember to sit nice and tall. We don't want our backs to be rounded in any of these stretches. On the next breath, think about pressing your knee closer as you twist to look over your shoulder. This should feel very nice for our lower back. Now, we'll spread our legs and walk forward. If you are not able to fold forward with a straight back, you may use a pillow underneath your tailbone, resting on our forearms. If this is too challenging, you may continue to rest on your hands. Taking one more breath here as we make our way into windshield wipers, bending our knees and shifting them from side to side, helping to reset our hips. For the last part of the stretch, we'll make our way onto the mat. Gently holding both of your knees as you rock from side to side, feeling a spinal massage on your lower back. Now we'll bring our left leg over our right and shift our hip 1 inch over to the left, allowing our knees to drop to the right. Breathe. Think about keeping both shoulder blades flat on the mat. On the next breath, we'll move on to the other side by bringing our right leg over, moving our hips 1 inch to the right and allowing our knees to fall to the side. Feeling a beautiful stretch in our lower back. Our focus is to keep our shoulder blades flat on the mat, rather than getting our knees to touch the ground. For the final movement, we'll extend our arms and legs, stretching out our entire body, and taking this moment to focus on our breath. Taking a big inhale through our nose and a big exhale. Thanking yourself for showing up for today's practice. Continue to lay here with your eyes closed, or if you'd like, we can gently make our way up into a seated position, and we are done this routine. I hope that you enjoyed the stretches in today's practice. For those in the 30-day upper body reset challenge, we have 3 more days left. Keep it up! I am really hoping to get out a few more series or challenges this year. If you have any ideas as to what challenge you'd like to see next, make sure to leave me a comment down below. I am excited to be back. I am so grateful to have you stretch along with me. Remember to subscribe and have your notification bell turned on if you haven't already, and we will stretch again soon.